easy, and we got to have it taste delicious, and also instead of a hot bowl of soup, we wanted to do something that was cool and creamy, and again, this has actually I did the nutrition content on this recipe itself, and this has got 14, almost 15 grams of protein in it, which is a lot for a smoothie, and almost 26 grams of fiber. So
and
really,
it's portable. You can take it to go. You can work out in the morning and take it as a post-workout breakfast on your way to work or wherever you're going. So that's always nice.
Yeah, exactly. And I thought about this because, you know, if this serves actually 2 servings, this recipe is 2 servings, and we were talking about the practicality of how she could make it into her busy day at school, and so make it and then have a breakfast with it, take it to go, and then put the other one in the fridge because it keeps nicely, and then she can have it afterwards when she comes home.
Yeah, and there's no excuse not to have breakfast if you have this, because you can make it before and take it with you.
Yeah, exactly. So anyways, we're really excited to show you how to put this all together. We call this the Independence Berry Blast Smoothie. So really excited. I mean, look how beautiful these berries are. It's just, this season, it's just absolutely gorgeous, isn't it? And I wish you guys could smell this, because the smell coming off of these berries, I mean, just
It smells so good.
Oh
It smells
my
like
gosh.
summer.
It smells so good. Now, berry picking down here in Florida is actually in the winter time, so these are coming from someplace else besides just Florida, but you all have them if you live up north. This is berry time, or going to be anyways, and just make sure that you wash thoroughly your produce, even organic produce, and strawberries are at the top of the dirty dozen. You want to make sure that you get organic and still wash them, because there's still pesticide residue on even organic produce. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you about today was the ingredient list is power packed. Not only this is berries, so we've got 3 different types of berries here, and I got these actually from Costco. They are organic. They're flash frozen, so they freeze. You're not losing any type of nutrient content in here. It's all packed together, so even though they're frozen, you're still getting the power punch of the nutrients and the antioxidants, the anthocyanins, all the good stuff in truly living an anti-cancer lifestyle.
So how many are we adding to this?
Well, we're gonna put, now this is let's put the milk in first. So
Okay.
this, you wanna go ahead and get that out. So this includes a cup of, and we're using plant-based milk. Let me show everybody what it is. But this is milk. This is one of my favorites, plant-based milk. It actually has no gums. This is a little pricier. You can find it at Whole Foods, but it's absolutely just minimal ingredients, like 3 ingredients, and that's it. And it's organic. So super delicious, creamy. I'm gonna let you put that in there. So 1 cup of the milk, or whatever plant-based milk. If you like oat milk, you want coconut milk, you want almond milk, all that's really good stuff. I just would recommend that you use an organic milk.
Also, I think it's important you find a milk that has less processed ingredients in it. A lot of milks have additives, gums, oils in them too, added sugar, and it can be really unhealthy for you and very inflammatory for your body. So making sure you find a milk that has less ingredients and just more high quality things is really important.
Yeah, so how do you know, like, if you say you're inflamed, like, what are some of the things that you notice if you have something that's not agreeing with you, and you're talking about a state of inflammation? What are some of the signs that you feel?
I would say that a lot of times I notice that I have digestion problems, stomach issues, skin problems. Your gut is kind of like the foundation for everything health related.
Yeah.
So if you're noticing outside problems occurring within your body, then it could be an internal problem. That's why it's always better to start from scratch. Just eat whole foods, eat less processed things, find ingredients that have 1 ingredient, 2 to 3 to them, not anything added extra to them. That's why one of my favorite milks is oat milk. I love oat milk, but oat milk sometimes has a lot of oils in them and added sugars.
Yeah.
It's so delicious, but it's so bad for you, and I notice an effect on my body right away. So kind of making the switch to almond or coconut, or just finding a milk that has less, of those horrible ingredients in it is so good and probably really healthy for you. And one of the best things that you can do right away to get your digestive and gut back on track if needed.
good tip. If they do have, if you're looking for milk, M-A-L-K milk, and we can kind of list the ingredients down, what I would recommend, I mean, it's the cleanest, purest milk that's out there, short of making your own. But if they have it, occasionally it'll be on sale. And if they do have it on sale, grab a bunch of them, stock up, because they will keep, and they will be good as long as you don't open it. They will keep, I mean, I've had mine probably for about 3 weeks in there when I buy a ton of it and it's on sale. And it's still good as long as it's not opened. But so if it's open, make sure to use it up. But just pure good ingredients is actually going to produce a better smoothie, and it's going to be, you know, overall better for your health. And we're not just talking about fighting cancer cells here. We're talking about just feeling better, you know, skin, health, nails, hair, all that stuff. It all comes from our food quality. I mean, it's hard to believe, among other things. You know, we got to deal with stress and all that stuff too, and that is a whole nother story, which we're not going to talk about today. But just good quality ingredients. So let's go ahead and add. We have a 1 frozen banana, and again, this feeds 2 people or 2 servings. 1 frozen banana. Get your bananas, you guys. Don't freeze them until they're really ripe. And then cut them up in pieces or break them in half or quarters, put them in a Ziploc bag and put them in the freezer. You don't ever want to heat your bananas up in a Ziploc bag because we don't want to heat anything in plastic. That's a big no-no. If you need to set them out, they can thaw a little bit, or put them in the microwave in a dish and allow it to soften. But instead of ice cubes, our frozen banana makes a really creamy smoothie, and it's absolutely delicious. And there's no sugar in this as well. Okay, so the next ingredient we're going to add, we have 2 tablespoons of ground flax. So I'm going to show you this.
And flax has really good fiber in it too, which is really good for you. Also lots of healthy fats. Another hot tip, kind of switching off this, is fruit. The berries that we're going to be using, so much fiber that you wouldn't think are in a fruit. Raspberries are one of the biggest fruits that have the most fiber in them, which is so healthy for you, really good for your digestion, all those good things. And as Mom was saying, you kind of, when you eat a whole food diet, you're kind of working from the inside out, right? Like you're making sure that everything in your inner body is working so your exterior body can really glow. And that's so important. You can take vitamins and supplements and all of these crazy things, but sometimes the best thing that you can do for your body is just eat really nutrient-dense food, and you'll see the benefits.
It's so true. And I think nowadays we're all about supplements, especially like a lot of these young girls, there's a lot of push towards the different types of supplements for a quick fix, and the pills that are quick fix. And I think sometimes we're skipping the fact that whole foods can actually do a better job, probably for less money, and the result is even better.
Yeah, the vitamins and minerals you see from whole foods, it can be so much outweighing than just taking vitamins and all that thing. A lot of my friends take tons of different supplements, or they take gummy vitamins and all these things. I fall victim to it too, but a lot of times that's not always the quick fix that you're looking for. Sometimes you just need to eat whole foods.
That's so true. And a lot of the whole foods, like what Mary was saying, was that flax has got lignans in it. It was one of my top 5 foods that literally I eat daily. And so 2 tablespoons of ground flax. Please buy ground, and don't buy the flax seed. It'll just go in one ear. It'll go out the other side. So we want to make sure that they're ground so we can actually absorb that into our system. The other seed that we're going to be adding are 2 tablespoons of hemp hearts. Hemp is an amazing source of fiber, protein, and among other nutrients, also omega-3s. It's just an all-around great source, and it doesn't really taste a whole lot.
No, you
right?
really can't taste it, but there's also so many healthy fats in hemp seeds too. It's kind of like adding avocado to it without adding avocado. Very similar to the monosaturated healthy fats. There's so many in there, so it's just an added extra benefit that you can't taste. You could do the same thing with chia seeds. You could add chia seeds to this as well. Any type of seed you want. You could also add some rolled oats to it. It goes without taste, but it just adds an extra benefit of health.
Yeah, and if we're looking for protein, this packs a nice punch of protein, among other things. So it's really a great nutrient to have. Ground flax I have every day, but this is on rotation with chia seeds as well.
Speaking of protein.
Yep. So this is lots of amazing protein powders are out there. I love Wellicious. I've been on a Wellicious kick right now, and it has just a few ingredients, like 4 ingredients, I think, to be exact, right?
And it's almond protein, chickpea protein, vanilla powder, and monk fruit extract. So it's really, really clean for you, and it packs 18 grams of protein.
18 grams of protein. That's
and
amazing.
The sugar that's in it is natural.
And what's the calorie content for a?
130 calories for one scoop.
So we're talking, low calories, minimal ingredients, high protein, super clean. It's not processed. The other tip I want to give you guys, that if you're looking for a soy protein or any types of protein, check the label for isolates. So isolates just means one more layer of processing. You're stripping away that whole food. You're getting farther and farther down the system, and more of in a kind of a lab of product of food versus having the whole food. So pea protein is great, chickpea protein is great, but anytime you see the word isolate, I avoid it personally, because I don't like that layer of extra processing, and it's not quite as effective. It does produce more inflammation in our body, and the byproducts are just not something that we want.
I would say if you see any protein powder that's labeled whey protein isolate, try to stay away from it. It can cause a lot of gut issues that are really bad for you and unhealthy for you. It can show up in your skin, digestion, anything like that. It can also just cause stomach problems and make them worse.
Yeah.
I used to be on a huge protein powder kick, and I used to have a lot of protein bars too.
Yeah.
And I noticed that my gut and just overall health was so bad, and I didn't understand why, because I was like, oh, I'm doing healthy things, I'm having protein bars. Protein bars, in a sense, unless you're reading the ingredient list, are just glorified candy bars with added protein. They're so artificial, and there's so much bad things in them. If you're just eating something like this, like a smoothie that's all whole foods, and you're getting your protein sources from natural protein sources, you're going to be much better off.
Much better off, and that's so well said. So pick your protein powder. Now I use vanilla in here. You can use chocolate if you want to, but I think vanilla goes a little bit better with the berries. I do think though that pick your protein powder scrupulously. Be that Sherlock Holmes and look at the ingredient list. And if you see things you don't understand what they are, or if there's a lot of different ingredients in there, or if there are any isolates. And I know whey protein isolate is super popular.
Yeah,
I mean, it's in some of the most popular, and I just cringe when I see that, because a lot of people they don't know. Right. And so if we're talking to our bodies, and our gut health would tell us, they would say, stop the isolates, stop the isolate protein powders, just get something super clean, and you can actually end up the other side. The other cool thing about that protein powder, I know I should be on a commercial, I feel like, for it.
It is a free brand page.
I know. I wish I was an affiliate. I hope to be, because I believe in it so much. But anyways, it does have monk fruit in it. So there are no extra added sweeteners in this smoothie. So monk fruit, a little goes a long way, and it's amazing to just taste. It really tastes really sweet enough and good. So we don't have any extra added sugars in here. Okay. All right, we're gonna add a cup of this berries. Now the organic frozen fruit medley is what I get, and it's a healthy cup. Yep, in there, and it's very nutritious. It's flash frozen, so all the good stuff is in there. And let me show you the surprise ingredients. So you guys know I love doing surprise ingredients. Last week, if you saw the chocolate cake, it was sweet potato. This week, it is kale. Let me show you. I think one of the greatest kale packages up here is the shredded kale from Trader Joe's, because it's already shredded. You don't have these big long leaves. You don't have to cut them up. You can put stems in it, as long as you've got a high-speed blender. You can put stems of kale in here. That works fine. But if it's already shredded and you can just grab a big chunk of it, it works. Why kale? Why not something else? You can use other greens. If you have spinach and you prefer spinach, that is actually even more of a smoother, creamier taste. You can't taste this, but honestly, you taste the kale.
You can't taste really any type of green that you're going to add to it. You really can't taste. It just adds an extra benefit.
Yeah, and especially kale. Kale is up there for, as you guys know, I love kale. It's part of the cruciferous vegetables that I, again, eat every day. And if you can sneak it in a smoothie, you it's not like a salad, but you've got a big hunk of greens. I promise you won't taste it. The berries completely overwhelm it, but you still get the benefit of that sulforaphane packed cruciferous vegetable in a smoothie, and it's absolutely delicious. One more thing I wanted to tell you guys. So we drink a glass of lemon water every day, and that has been shown to actually improve your gut health first thing in the morning. I've seen cold, I've seen lukewarm, I've seen room temperature. I don't think it really matters as long as you have a glass of lemon water every day. Now, what we do, I take the whole lemon. So this requires a lemon, like lemon juice, but I like to use the entire lemon. Now again, you gotta have a high-speed blender. This is not gonna work in a food processor necessarily. You're gonna get chunks of lemon peel, which you don't want. It'll be bitter. If you have a high-speed blender, you can put the whole lemon in here, and actually this has been shown to literally kill proliferative cancer cells. So the whole lemon goes in there, and you won't be able to test it. It actually tastes a little more fresh and sweet and citrus, and it's amazing. So drink your lemon water. I've already drank mine this morning. I filled this up, but drink your lemon water, take your lemon and put it in your smoothie, and that way you don't waste anything. It's delicious.
Also, I will say lemon water first thing in the morning on an empty stomach gets your digestive system going right away. It's so healthy for you. There's so many good benefits to it. Drinking it first thing in the morning is like the key.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to let this run for just a minute, but I have already pre-made these things, so we don't have to wait here for 5 minutes to do this. But so it's going to be a little loud. My dogs don't really like this noise either. But you want to make sure that the lemon is completely, you want to really make sure everything is smooth and blended in really well. So it may take a good few minutes. I'm going to let this sit for just a little bit. Okay, we've already made some, so we wanted to do the taste test. Actually, we're going to put a berry on top.
So cute.
Yep, we're going to put a berry on top of mine. And I'm going to show you guys what this actually looks like. So it's a deep, rich, beautiful berry color. It's thick and creamy. And you've seen all the ingredients that we've added. It's very few ingredients. There's no sugar in here. You could put some other things if you wanted to, but this is what the recipe makes, 2 full glasses of this amazing smoothie. We're gonna try it.
Cheers. So good. You can't taste really anything other than the berry and banana. So it really just kind of tastes like a fresh smoothie, almost like a milkshake consistency. Also, I will say, if you're having a longer day, you can have the whole thing of this. You don't have to just split it always in half. If you want to have it for a meal as a meal replacement for a lunch or something, you 100% can. You can't taste the kale. You really can't taste the hemp seed or flaxseed at all. It just adds the thickness to the smoothie, and it's a smoothie that's going to keep you full for a really long time.
Oh my gosh, it tastes like strawberry banana.
It does. It tastes
Those
like
are the two big things I'm getting: strawberry banana.
It is. It's so
Maybe
good.
it's because I'm looking at a strawberry, but it's smooth, it's creamy. Again, this is 25 grams of fiber, you guys. We are not ever going to be in a place where we're low on protein.
Yeah.
We're going to be low on fiber.
Right.
So pay attention to the fiber content that you all are having. Even write it down. If you can aim for, just for me, for instance, I try to aim for 90 grams of protein a day, 30, 30, 30, or 30 within snacks. Try to get your protein levels up there. And plant-based protein levels are actually, I know that I'm biased, but this is research on this too, but they're very healthy for cancer survivors, especially, than animal-based proteins. So, and especially I'm talking about for breast cancer, and that's what I know. I'm not familiar with some other types of cancers that may do better on ketogenic diets or things like that. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about specifically for breast cancer. But for overall health, for these young 20-somethings who want to have high quality protein and something that's going to keep them full, so they don't have to have lots of coffee breaks at Starbucks during the day, that this is actually a real answer to a lot of
Well, and protein
problems.
is all the craze right now. Everyone is trying to get as much protein as they can right in. This is an easy way to do it. You're not also having like huge hunks of meat if you want, or trying to get to your protein goal. This is a very clear and simple way to do it. But also just adds so many extra benefits to it. You're getting your fruit in for the day. You're getting the veggie in for the day. You're getting healthy fats, an extra source of protein, fiber, all of those good things.
Yeah.
Fiber is also so underrated too. It's a food that we need to be eating and a nutrient we need to be having in our body, whereas it's not just always about protein, it's about fiber too. The good thing about the smoothies, it has equal amounts of both, which is awesome.
It does. And I think fiber is super cancer protective. So we're talking about our gut health, we're talking about cancer protective. I'm promoting an anti-cancer lifestyle. So fiber is absolutely part of that. And it's absolutely part of prevention. So for those women who have had breast cancer and they want to look after their daughters, or their daughters want to look after their daughters, and they want to make sure that, we need to have more omega-3s, we need to have more plant-based proteins, we need to have more fiber, then this is a really great solution.
Have this in the morning tomorrow morning before your 4th of July kicks off. It's your healthy meal for the day. You get all your nutrients in, and then you can go have fun afterwards.
Absolutely. All right. Cheers.
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 Happy 4th, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Have a
Happy
great
4th.
time.
All right. Comment if you want the recipe below. Also, comment for questions, comments. I welcome them all. All right. Bye, guys. Have a 4th.